Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Jewelry Addict. Good morning from me and my Polar Raspberry Lime Seltzer. I was going to grab a cup of coffee before going live, but I didn't want to be too late, so I did not grab another cup of coffee. Let me get myself ready for you guys. I got all dressed up for this live sale. This is actually my mom's dress from 2000, like the year 2000. So she doesn't wear this anymore, so now it's mine. Hi, Melody. Good morning. Good morning. I don't know if you guys can tell. There's still a ton of viewers coming in, but do you see the turf? I added fake grass to my live sale. How do I call this? I guess like background set. It's a set. It's a set, right? So now we have grass, guys. Always adding something new. I feel like I still need to like block this off because that's, you know, an unpainted wall, as you guys can see in this warehouse showroom of mine, but I'm getting there. So good morning. Daya is here. Melody is here. Escent Spoiled, KB, Cavalier Collectibles. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Samantha Davis. I am the founder, Vintage Jewelry Addicts _founder. If you guys ever see me in a live or want to message me, I changed my name recently. I'll say this again during the live, but it just makes it so much easier to know who I am. We have a sister community called Vintage Boss Babes, and that was my handle. And I realized like how confusing that is because you guys don't know that Vintage Boss Babes is like the parent company. So my new name and handle is Vintage Jewelry Addicts _founder. But you can call me Sam, Sammy, Samantha, whatever. Good morning. Good morning. Actually, I think Melody, if you're still on, I'm wearing a bracelet. I love it. Do you see what I paired it with? This is a 1950s kind of stainless steel vibe. It's like a warrior princess cuff. When I was skinnier, which I know I'm already skinny, it used to fit here. That's when you know you're losing weight, when the cuffs can fit well with that top arm. That is the sign that you are losing weight, okay? As a jewelry addict, as well as rings. When old rings start to fit again, you have lost weight. All right, guys, I'm gonna share this out to everybody. Let me know if you can hear me, see me, all the things. And I'm gonna do a little announcement. I have the power to send email blasts, which is why I've been doing, and we're gonna talk more about this. Hi, Lunchtime Jewelry. Thank you, Daya. We are going to talk about this, but I have the power to send out email blasts. And so what I do is every day I go through our marketplace and I find a seller of the day and an item of the day, which is so fun because we have new inventory in the marketplace every single day. Hi, Cherie. Cherie's tuning in on Facebook. Thank you for tuning in on Facebook. We're streaming live there. And so what I do is then I make an announcement to spread the word. Like, this is our featured seller and item of the day. And then I just recently realized, I was like, I could put it in our chat. And I want to talk about our chat during this founder talk because the chat is amazing, especially for sellers who want to promote their items. So we're going to talk about that. So 1 second as I multitask here. I've never really figured out how to talk and type at the same time. I'm just really utterly horrible at it. So bear with me. I will probably just talk to myself here live now and typing with one hand. Founders chat. And I'm going to put Jewelry Addicts. Always good to remind people what they're tuning into. Join live. And if you're here and you haven't said hello, I would love to know who you are. We have at the moment 1,727 members. So yeah, there's a lot of us. And there's probably going to be triple the amount by the end of the summer. I would love to have 6,000 members by the end of the summer. Hi, Annalisa. I already said hi to Lunchtime Jewelry. Cavalier in the house. So exciting. Hi, Annalisa. If you guys also, let me know where you're tuning in from, where you're based. I'm here in Baltimore, Maryland. I moved here in November after almost 16 years in New York City. I moved to East Harlem when I was 22 and slept on an air mattress and subletted from a couple who used to get drunk every Friday night. to start my journey in New York City. Eventually got my own place, had it for 12 years, moved in with an ex-boyfriend. At the end of the pandemic, we broke up, and then I got a nice 3-bed in Brooklyn, in Sunset Park, where I had a resale room, and I hosted all my live sales. So I've been hosting live sales and helping other sellers to level up their resale income with live selling since 2020. I'm also the owner of a sister community to Vintage Jewelry Addicts, which is focused on clothing. So if you guys look really carefully, I do have a really great collection. There's more behind there of vintage and secondhand clothes. And I also dabble in luxe for less, which I love. I love learning about new designers as well as old designers. And jewelry, you know, it really happened because a lot of my sellers in the sister community were tapping into jewelry. And they were teaching me so much with their live sales about designers and materials and eras and stones and if it's glass, if it's check glass, and just all the things, right? And one seller in particular, her name's Odelia, she would crush it with her live jewelry sales. And last fall, I was like, you know what? I just moved to Baltimore. I have more time. Let's start a new community. It was like I woke up one day and I was like, let's do this. Which I don't know if you guys, that has happened in your lives, but I feel like if you believe in God or like a universal power, there's usually some sort of like get up and go energy. And I feel like it's from that universal power. So I started a Facebook group, a buy sell Facebook group on Facebook called Vintage Jewelry Addicts. And we had already developed this marketplace on District. So this marketplace had already been in existence. I put it on pause. It was around vintage clothing. And I said, you know what? Let's reactivate it and focus on jewelry. So today we are vintagejewelryaddicts.com. If you type in vintagejewelryaddicts.com, this marketplace on District, which is the software, will pop up and you can sell jewelry that's vintage, modern, no fast fashion, no network marketing, paparazzi jewelry. Okay, you guys get what I mean. Upcycled, handmade, fine jewelry. Okay, gold, silver, go for it. We have some diamond rings on the platform. I'm here for it, okay? And also accessories. So accessories are handbags, belts, compacts, makeup compacts. We even have one seller who sold perfume bottles. What else is like an accessory? Hats. Basically things that are relatively size free. Here's why. It's a lot easier to shop and sell things that are size free. Things that have sizes have limited customers. Also things that have sizes require more typing, more describing, more assurance. And so I really wanted to create a platform where I knew that people could hop on and sell. Okay. And we have had sales and we're going to continue to have sales. And I hope that this is encouraging to you guys. I know that sometimes we list things into like the dark abyss and we're like, is anybody going to see it? I'm going to talk to you for about the next 20 minutes about ways as a seller and as a buyer, right? If you're a buyer, here's how you can, explore our marketplace. And also, get to know our sellers and get the best deals. But I want to talk to you about how you can use this marketplace to promote your items, not just on vintagejewelryaddicts.com, but also our Facebook group and anywhere else in the universe. Okay. So I'm going to see who else is here. We got San Antonio. Oh, I love that, Annalisa. Arizona, I think, hi. I thought that was Hawaii. I was like, oh my gosh, you have Hawaii. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. If you guys are tuning in, we have 15 live viewers. So I want to know who's here. Say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm here in Baltimore, Maryland. I grew up not far from here. I'm from Pennsylvania, but left when I was 18. So yeah, but it's been great to be back. I have a lot more time. Kathleen from Texas. Ooh, yes, Indiana in the house. Indiana in the house. Never been to Indiana. A lot of states I've not been to. I need to take a pilgrimage, a U.S. pilgrimage. Fort Lauderdale, I've been to. I love Fort Lauderdale. Love it. Love it, love it. I actually love Florida. I would move to Florida. It would make me happy to move to Florida. Like there's some states you're like, I don't know. But then there's some states you're like, that would make me happy. Moving to Florida. All right, guys. So let's talk. Yes, Pennsylvania, PA in the house. You know you're from Pennsylvania when you say PA. Okay, so let's talk about, hi Heather, Heather's here. Let's talk about how to use this marketplace, all right? So first of all, you can post as much as you want as a seller. It's infinite. And I think that that's great because if you get VIP buyers, then you have everything in one place. You guys actually have a link to your profile that you can share out to anyone and they can follow you and they can shop your entire marketplace from that link. If you need help finding that link, please PM me. But I think you just click the upper, actually, let's do it right now. Let's do this right now. So you guys get to know me, I sing things. Can't sing for shit, but I do. Okay, there's something called the profile. This is desktop. And let's see, is it gonna bring up my profile? Yes. So do you guys see that this is like a profile page? It shows how many items I've sold. I've sold 490. I have 40 listings. I'm a member of 6 markets. I'm currently live, blah, blah, blah. And here's all my items for sale. So if you guys are on desktop, all you have to do is take that link right there, copy it, and save it. I have a doc on my computer. I am 38 years old, but I need to be organized, okay? It has all my important links because I don't have time to go looking. So I would suggest you guys start a doc like that, especially if you're selling on eBay, Etsy, all these marketplaces, and then you can add your district link. And what you can do with this link, especially if, say, someone sends you a message and they're like, hey Melody, I'm interested in this. I have some questions. You could say, you know what? Yes, blah, blah, blah. And have you looked at my other items? Here's a link, copy paste, that will take you directly to all my other items. Why is this advantageous for the customer? Because if you are a seller and if you are a smart seller of vintage jewelry, you're going to turn on that bundled shipping. So what does that mean? That means that you're going to charge $4, maybe $5. I say $5 to be safe because shipping has gone up. Have you guys noticed that? I'm like, oh gosh, I'm getting old. I'm like, everything has inflation. Shipping has gone up. $5 for a 4x6. Hold on. All right, a 4x6 that's going to hold a lot of jewelry, okay? This might even be like a 3x5, but I put 4x6. All right, it's usually gonna be 6 ounces, 8 ounces. It's like $4.20. So if you charge $5 that first item, you're good. And then I would charge 50 cents, 75 cents. If you wanna go crazy, $1 for each additional item. And this works really well with jewelry. Now, if you sell handbags and you sell belts and things like that, you might not wanna have the bundled shipping on for those items. You can turn it off so that if I buy a necklace and I buy a bag, the necklace will charge me $5 and the bag will charge me, say, $7. If you notice that it only costs $9 to ship and you want to refund that buyer, you can do that. You can actually go into your sales and you can refund the buyer. I do suggest this. Here's why. Because then you can message the buyer and say, hey, I refunded you. Because you paid $13, it was $10. I'm going to refund you $2. Okay, because I value you as a customer. Now, this is up to you. As the marketplace owner, I'm not gonna be like, you guys gotta do, why did you, no. It's up to you, all right? Your buyer-seller communication is entirely between you guys. I am not a, how do I say this, mediator. I put that in my terms and conditions. It comes up occasionally, but I trust that you guys, you will be professionals, right? But this is just some advice so that you guys can really encourage your customers to add more to their package. Because if you are doing the bundled shipping, it makes sense to buy 5 pieces, right? For $5 and, plus extra shipping. Let's say it ends up being $7, right? Versus they keep coming back and buying 1 item plus the $5 shipping because you're just shipping separate occasions. That just doesn't make sense, right? Why this is also really great is because when you guys are doing live sales, most likely someone's going to stay in that live sale and they're going to purchase more than 1 item from you. So if you communicate to the buyers, hey, I have bundled shipping turned on, it's $5 for the first purchase, 50 cents every jewelry item after that, that buyer's going to be like, I might as well add something else. It's just 50 more cents shipping. Okay, I'm going to see if there's any questions. Thanks, Melody. Hey, Jamie. Yes, so Annalisa67. I'll take a screenshot. It is a little hidden. There are some things about district in terms of UI, which is user interface, where I'm like, it'd be a little bit better. There's 3 dots that you click. And with those 3 dots, a drop down menu shows up that says apply to sell. It's the upper right-hand corner, but it's not easy to find. So I just took a screenshot. So I will PM you and I will send you that link. I accept applications in like 24 hours. So let's talk about applying, because this came up last night and I was like, oh, it was like light bulb moment. I was like, wait, what? So some sellers on other marketplaces, District is a software. It's a how do I say, outside company from my business, from the business of every other marketplace. What they do is give us the opportunity to build our own marketplace. But if you are a seller with knickknacks, if you are a seller with Quirky, if you are a seller with virtual vintage, virtual antique marketplace, I forget the name, that doesn't automatically make you a seller for Vintage Jewelry Addicts. It's not a one application fits all. And I can see how that's really confusing, because you're like, oh, but I applied to sell. And it's like, no. You got in as a seller with one marketplace. So you do have to apply for each marketplace. And every marketplace, back to me sort of rambling here, they're going to have a different way of doing things. I hope that my process is really simple for you guys. I'm pretty hands-on. I take a less is more approach. I've just found that works, because then when I see a mess, I can clean up that mess. And I've just learned that by doing what I do since 2020. Other marketplaces, they have 5 live sellers a day, totally fine. Maybe we'll get there one day. But long story short, with our marketplace is you apply to sell, I accept you, I DM you, I say, hey, do you want to host a live sale? If you say yes, I'm like, okay, here's a Calendly link where you basically see a calendar and you sign up for a day and a time. We do Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights only, 90 minutes. And then you get training videos. And if you need more hands-on help, I'm there to help you. And I encourage you to run a test so that you can get used to going live. Your first live, I'm there, I'm in the comments, I'm helping you out. And after that, you fly. And I want you to feel encouraged to sell as much as possible in this marketplace. So if you are a seller, if you're a seller in another marketplace, but you want to be a seller here, you will have to apply again. The other thing to note is that the commission is going to be different across all the marketplaces. So District, to my knowledge, always takes 5%, and then the marketplace owner takes their percentage. And when I started this marketplace, I had a founder's percentage, and now we have a 5% District and an 8%, I guess to the marketplace percentage. So that's 13%. So on another marketplace that's brand new, it might be a little bit less. And that's because they're probably doing something similar where they're doing a founder's commission. So if you guys want clarification as to your commission, all you have to do is list an item and you're going to see the fees. There's also processing fees. I can't control that. I know it stinks. Guys, I run a business, and when I say I lose hundreds of dollars a month on processing fees, it's the world we live in. Why I like District is because you can actually see those fees up front, and you can budget, $2, $3, $4 extra dollars just to maybe cover those fees. If you're like, hey, this is a really special item, I just don't want to sell it for nothing. Totally get that. Okay. What else? With the monies, your monies land into a cash out sort of portal here on District. So the money that you make does not automatically go to your bank account. You actually have to cash out. Now, the reason that I think most people know this is because Whatnot does the same thing, but I also don't want someone to be like, oh, I forgot all my money's in there. So you can go to your seller dashboard and you can see the money that's owed to you. If you have questions about how much you made, there's also a sales report. So if you want to understand how to get to that sales report, I'm not going to show you guys on my laptop, but you can actually see the micro. So what's also great about District is that everything for you to keep track of your sales is here. I know it can get very confusing compared to other platforms and blah, 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 blah. But what I do is every month or so, I look at my money, I evaluate, I kind of figure out what happened, and sometimes it kind of gives me like a reality check, like, maybe I should have listed that a little bit higher. Or maybe I shouldn't have done this as a lot, and these things you just learn as you go. Now, I have a different mindset around selling. I believe you should sell and learn as you sell. Some people kind of hold on to items, but what's so great about vintage jewelry is there's more. It's really easy to find vintage jewelry. It's not so easy to find a 1930s dress in the wild if you are a vintage clothing seller. So I'm gonna see if there's any questions. Hi, Angela. That's okay, Annalise. You guys can head out. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Okay, so I don't see any other questions. I would love to have questions if you guys have them. Okay, so the cup fell off. Maybe I should put it up here. Okay, so other things that if you're a seller, I would love for you to start doing. So we have chat here on District. We have general chat, we have ISO, which means in search of, and we have a seller's chat. The seller's chat you can only see if you are a seller. If you are a seller and you say listed something that is so cool, and you're like, I want people to see this, put it in the general chat. The general chat is like your amplifier. It's like your, there's a name for this thing. I'm thinking of it. It's not microphone. Anyway, long story short, you get to amplify that item for sale in the general chat. You can, talk about it. You can say, hey, blah, blah, blah. I found this here and it's this price, and go check it out and make me an offer and chat with me if you have questions. You guys can self-promote in that chat. And what I hope is that it fuels relationships. It helps you guys to, just learn about each other. And obviously it helps your items to be seen. Now, the second thing is that we have an ISO chat. That megaphone, thank you, Heather. That ISO chat was popping last night, all right? All I did was I was like, like late last night. I think I went to bed at like 9:30. It must have been like 9 o'clock. And then all of a sudden we had all this activity, and it was so cool. And all of a sudden we had someone that was like talking about Bakelite, and she's not a registered seller here on Vintage Jewelry Addicts. And I was like, hey, register, we want your Bakelite. Like, list this Bakelite here. And there were buyers that wanted that Bakelite in that ISO. So if you're looking for something in particular, how that's going to help the seller is that by posting what you're looking for, the seller is going to be like, oh, I have that in my inventory. Let me go take that out and like list it and PM it to you. All right. What I will warn you about, of course, I can't see this. I can't see your PMs, but if District sees that you're selling off the platform, they might remove you. And I have no power over that. That is their terms and conditions. That's what happens with eBay. That's what happens with Whatnot. I don't know if you guys have noticed, Whatnot like has a little thing that flashes up if you talk about, here's my email, blah, blah, like Whatnot knows. So District probably knows as well. And I would hate to lose any of you guys just because you were trying to sell off the platform. So I really suggest listing on the platform. And again, like the only reason I'm going to say no to you as a seller is because you cussed me out in the application. As long as you don't do that, you're fine. So I wouldn't worry about being accepted as a seller. We want as many of you here as possible because I also recognize that sellers are buyers and buyers are sellers because we're jewelry addicts. I mean, duh. All right. Let's talk about live sales. You do not have to show your face. I like to show my face. I think it's good for trust. I think it's good for other social media platforms because then you kind of like recognize me and stop and look. But some of us don't want to show our faces. I totally get it. It could be because you want to be anonymous. It could be because you're just not, feeling yourself. Totally understand. Look, I'm not wearing makeup right now and I'm not feeling myself. I'm like, I should put on some makeup. It happens. What's great about jewelry is instead of showing your face, you use your tripod and you reverse the camera and you tilt it down. You guys got to get the right tripod and you use your hands and you slide things below the camera so that you're never ever showing your face. So some sellers, they'll show their face and then they'll go into the let me show this to you with my hands. It's totally up to you, but it is not required to show your face. It is totally okay. And I hope that empowers you. I hope that like makes you go, okay, cool, phew. Because I really wanted to sell, but I just thought that you had to show your face. No. So if you want more information about that, like getting the right tripod, whatever, send me a message. We have a few sellers who have done this. They've been very successful. So I'm not going to say that like you're going to be a more successful seller if you show your face. You're going to be a successful seller if you have really good items at great accessible prices. All right. And if you show up, if you build a reputation, if you ship things on time, maybe you include freebies, maybe you have a business card, a sticker, whatever, that's how you're going to become a great seller here. Can you show how to set up and also type, etc.? I'm usually a no-facer. Okay, I'm not quite sure how to type. I'd also type, etc. So what I will tell you, Poppy and Roses, which I featured you today. You are, wait, right? I think so. Are you AJ Davis? You are our featured seller today, I'm pretty sure. I'm not tech, totally understand. So when you sign up to host a live sale, yes, featured seller in the chat, guys. Go check out Poppy and Rose Studio. Okay, so when you sign up, you actually get training videos. So those training videos will go over that with you. I don't have training videos for like setting up, like here's where you should put your jewelry and here's how to set up your tripod. That's kind of information that you can find on YouTube. I'm happy to like get a list of other people that have, you know, with their YouTube links that can show you. But essentially, like right now, look, okay? I have a 1960s bar cart that I grabbed off of Facebook Marketplace a few years ago. And I literally just have everything here on the tray. And I have all of the items preloaded. Now, you don't have to preload, but I suggest you do it because then you're less sort of stressed on the live sale. But if you become a pro, you can do it live. So you can basically go to a estate sale and then just go live and be like, hey guys, I'm here. I just went to a estate sale and like, here we go. But I preload everything. So I know like, I'm going to choose this necklace and then I'm going to show the necklace. Now you guys see me with the necklace. What I do tell people is if they're showing their face, don't go back here. You can't see it. What is this? It looks like berries on a vine. You kind of go like this. Sometimes like, because I'm like, oh God, you guys can see into my nose. I'll go like this and I hold it high and I take my time and I use my hand. Now, some people actually use, I'll use this as an example. They'll use a piece of black paper because do you see how the contrast is so much better? And that's something that I've actually been meaning to buy. It's just like some black construction paper because my skin tone is obviously very white, so it's not the greatest of contrast. Another way to do it is, so for example, I have a bunch of Bakelite earrings, and if I were like selling them as a lot, I'd be like, okay, all of these, you know, so that the lot, it's very easy. It's on a tray. And then I would show them almost one by one. All right. Now this is again, showing me with my face, but if you didn't want to show your face, what you're going to do, and I have a very bendy, okay, let's do this together. So I'm going to show you my tripod, and AJ, I can send you the link to my tripod. But my tripod actually bends. Now I just got to make sure that it doesn't fall on you guys. So let me just adjust this. This might not be the best tripod now that I'm understanding the like weight dynamics. Is it going to stay? I don't know. It doesn't want to stay, but I'm going to hold it. And so as a seller, this is way too cluttered. I would make space, right? I would make space and I'd be like, okay, so we're going to bring this one to stage, right? And I don't have any items, but I'll just bring this to stage hypothetically. Hold on. Let me find them. Okay, here they are. Okay, so I just brought these to stage. And you guys obviously can't see my face. And so I'm just showing them on camera. So I can actually see what's happening here. And I can touch the screen and I can bring stuff to stage. I can comment. So you guys just saw that I commented. And if you want to start your live sale like this, you can. You don't have to start it with your face. You can go live just like this. But I would, you know, this is obviously a mess over here. This is way too busy. I would organize things. I'm selling this tomorrow night, by the way, guys. I know, it's amazing. Look at him. Oh my God. It's a shoulder brooch. It's so cool. Thank you so much, Heather. Heather is an amazing buyer. Oh, thanks, Jamie. Yeah, it was totally worth it. You guys can see it's like rusty, but I think this was like $50 and I love it. And my boyfriend makes fun of it, but men don't understand. So you know what? They just don't understand. So anyway, and what's nice about this, I will say, is throughout the live, you can kind of go back and be like, okay, guys, like a bunch of these didn't sell, or maybe you can put your solds somewhere else and then your unsolds are over here, so that as people pop into the live, they can visually see and be like, oh, what's that sparkly thing? You're like, oh, this sparkly thing? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I can run this again. And you can literally rerun items. So if items don't sell, you can click blah, 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 and rerun them. So AJ, what I will say is that getting used to kind of running the items, which is the like phrase, it's a little tricky. You can do tests and you just put in the subject line test. So you're live, but no one knows you're live. And you can play around and experiment. But with my training videos, you actually see how I'm doing it on the screen. And if you're just like, oh my God, I'm just like, I can't do it. I'm having so much anxiety. I'm happy to get on a Zoom call with you. That's kind of the last resort. And that's mostly because of my time. Hold on, guys. I'm going to reverse this. I run a couple of businesses. So I try not to work all the time, but I woke up at 6:20 a.m. this morning and I've been working since 6:30. So that's just kind of my life. That's also because I'm going out of town Sunday through Monday for Memorial Day. But so like the Zoom call is kind of like the last resort, but I don't want you to feel like you're not getting the support you need. So that's available if you're like, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. I totally get it. The other marketplaces that are new, they have some more support with onboarding. Move this back. So if you're joining other marketplaces, you might even be able to join their onboarding and learn and then apply it here. Totally fine. I will say I don't know the owner of Knickknacks, but she is from Central Pennsylvania, which is where I'm from. She's got a great community, and I think there's a lot of resources there. Quirky just launched. Quirky's always been a really friendly kind of counterpart group, colleague group on Facebook, and they have about 5 people running that operation. So I think that they're doing a lot of onboarding. And we're like, a little bit smaller, a little bit more boutique. I'm out of breath because it's hot in here. But I hope that as we grow, we will be able to have, more trainings and just, free opportunities for you guys to learn. Rumor has it that we're going to start one very soon. It's not set in stone yet, but in early June, there will be sort of a live selling success webinar that you guys can join. But what I will say, honestly, is that you learn by doing. You learn. If you don't sell a thing, there's probably something for you to learn. If you don't sell as much as you thought you were going to sell, there's something for you to learn. If you sold a lot, then figure out what it is that you did and try to repeat that. That's my best advice. Hi, Nori. Hi, Miss Behave. Hello. All right, so what else? And I'm going to remove these. I'm trying to think what else to talk to you guys about. Let me take a sip of my seltzer. I will be doing these every Friday. So if you tune in, I might repeat myself. I might show that again, or I might talk to you guys about, how to use our chat again. But if you guys see anything or you think I should talk to the community about anything, please let me know. Here's something else. So last night I messaged a seller who was trying to send an offer to her likers. So here in District, you can like items. So if you're used to eBay, if someone likes an item or is a watcher, you can send an offer to them. You can't do that here on District. So what she was doing is she was sending an offer to herself. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're sending offers to yourself. And she's like, oh, I thought I was sending offers to people that liked it. I'm like, no. So what we figured out is she can drop the price and it automatically sends an email to anyone who likes the item. So I liked that item and I received a message from District that there was a price drop on that item. So you guys can do the same thing as a seller. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, it's a lot easier on District. Let's talk about that. So the power of District is that if you have audiences in multiple places, you can let them know that you're live here. I like this platform for Vintage Jewelry Addicts because you can do auctions. Auctions are a great way to move inventory. It's a great way to get more for an item than you actually would have sold it as a buy it now item. It's a great platform for just the ease of maintaining a marketplace and going live and showing items from that marketplace and then selling things, on Monday and Tuesday and then going live on Friday and then maybe selling a few more things on Sunday from your replay. It's amazing. All right. We can stream anything on District to YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. Instagram is a little bit more complicated. If you feel you have an Instagram audience, I can teach you how to do it. What we do is we stream these lives to our Vintage Jewelry Addicts live shopping page, really so that anyone who's tuning in is like, oh, they're live on District. Let me go hop on District. If you are showing a buy it now item on District, it actually shows on Facebook and YouTube a little watermark with the number. And you as the buyer can comment, claim in the number, and you actually get a link to check out. It's amazing. It's automatic. But most of our District sales are going to be auctions. That's just really what I'm encouraging people to do. You can always convert your auctions back to buy it nows after the live. And then before your next live, you can convert it back to auctions. So you can just go back and forth and change the price and blah, blah, blah. Now, on Facebook, we do offer what's called reply sold live sales. You have to pay an upfront fee. There's no commission, but you have to pay an upfront fee. So if you don't sell anything, you've just paid, But with District, with VintageJewelryAddicts.com, you can go live and not sell anything and you don't pay any money. The time is money, but you're not paying anything because it's a commission. So it's a commission on your sales. So it's different. I believe that there's pros and cons for both. I do both. I have built a business with both. Why I love District? First of all, it's a lot easier. Second of all, we're growing and it's an entirely different audience. So people ask me, well, what if there's 2 live sales going on? Well, it's like a 20% crossover. So about 20% of Facebook people are on District and vice versa. So you kind of get the best of both worlds where you can have 2 different audiences and selling to 2 different audiences. But you as a seller can decide what's best for you. I have one seller, she did a reply sold this week. And then tomorrow night after me, I'm actually going to raid her live sale. She'll be live here in District. So she'll kind of, understand pros and cons for both. But what's great about District is we are growing. So there's going to be new customers here and there's going to be new customers on Facebook. And ultimately, our goal here at Vintage Jewelry Addicts is to connect you to buyers, is to give you an advertising opportunity to get your name out there, to get your inventory out there. And hopefully you have fun doing it. And hopefully you create some sort of social connection with your buyers and with fellow sellers, which is why I definitely encourage you guys to use the chat here on District, because that will help you to get to know other people. So you can chat people personally or you can chat in our general chat. Awesome. So you can send offers on District? Because I'm pretty sure you can't. But maybe I'm wrong, Jamie. Or maybe it's only on certain platforms right now. Okay, cool. So I still see we have 13 live viewers. I'm so glad. Thank you guys for spending some time with me. I think that's everything that I'm going to cover. What I will encourage you guys to do is starting, do we have a live seller tonight? Hold on. Who's selling live today? Because I'm live tomorrow. I'm live tomorrow. Let's see here. What day is it? Nope, we do not have a live seller tonight. So we have myself tomorrow, starting at 5:30. I'm going to raid Heather DeSimone. She's a new live seller here in District. Sunday night, we have Odelia of Style by Odelia. She is a District OG. And then Cassie, do you guys remember Cassie? She's from That Grace Life. She's going to be going live again on Sunday night. And Cassie actually just used her hands and did not show her face, although I'm sure she's gorgeous, but she wanted to just use her hands. So that's a good example of a live seller who is not showing themselves. You can send an offer to them. Interesting. Well, I'm not sure how to do it. I'm gonna have to figure that out. She was sending offers to herself, Jamie. I'm like, what? I think she was literally trying to like buy her item and sent herself an offer. Yes, show me please. Okay, cool guys. So maybe that I will cover in next Friday's Founders Chat. Woo, it's hot in here. And I can tell like it's hard for me to breathe. I think I'm out of shape, guys. I'm out of shape. Oh my goodness. Well, I am really excited about tomorrow. My favorite item is this articulated shoulder brooch. Oh yeah. He's not pinned, but that is basically the idea. Great for blazers. And then I still have some Bakelite earrings. And I am going to a new vintage store. Actually, hold on. I have these too. I have these in here. Oh, where did I put it? Oh no, I lost it. I had something else that I just bought. Where did I put them? Oh no, I haven't lose them. Anyway, I found a new store here in Baltimore, and I found an incredible necklace. And I wanted to sell you guys. I hope I can find it. But I found a new store. So I'm going to go back tomorrow and buy some more stuff. So it'll be like Vintage Jewelry Addicts Unloaded. Basically, we're all addicts. Probably shouldn't go shopping, but I'm like, why not? I'll get some new stuff for you guys. So glad, Nori. Thank you so much. We have some new viewers. Moma W Moon and Shivan. I feel like I'm getting old. I'm like, I can't see. Thank you for joining. You guys are going to have to watch the replay just because I'm about to wrap, but it will be live. I'm going to share the replay in our general chat and tag the channel so you guys can click it there. Any requests for anything in the future, please PM me, comment in the general chat, and I will see you guys on a future live sale here on District. Have an amazing Friday. Stay cool wherever you are. And let's continue to be addicts together. All right.